Hey sweet friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Maylene Call from Mrs. Call's Campers. If you are new here, I am a first grade teacher teaching in beautiful Las Vegas. This is my first time back into my classroom getting ready for the school year. I want to give a huge shout out to Walmart. Thank you so much for sponsoring this video. My goal today is to share everything that is on my mind when back to school season starts. And back to school season has rolled around. We have 20 days until the first day of school. Of course, per usual, I'm going to give you a quick overview of the room and then we're gonna chat. Very chatty back to school, hang with me kind of vibe.
Go to specials in 10 minutes.
I never turn that off. Our custodians do the most amazing job. I did come in after school ended just to make sure I could connect my laptop to the printer because they did a whole update on technology and I could never get it connected, but I finally did after like over an hour of effort. But anyways, my school is not one where you leave like a map on your whiteboard and everything gets put back. We just put it back together. So, right, so here is what we are working with. That's my computer cart. These are some of my tables. My plants are in the sink. This guy, thriving. The back of my room, which is currently serving as more storage, and then our library, teacher area, and whole pile of stuff that has to be moved. I also have this huge stack of papers to deal with, but we will get to that later because we are going to talk about something that gets the little kid in me just so excited. School supplies. And I know you can relate. If you're a teacher or a parent and you still get excited about school supplies, say hello and let me know because you are my people. So I've actually done school supplies the same way since my very first year of teaching. I offered to take it over for my team because I am, if you know me, you know, I'm a very visual person. So this is actually the supply list that I made my team my very first year of teaching. This is what it looks like. And I took our supply list and made it into pictures. And this is actually my supply list for this year. We're actually gonna go through it and kind of check it off. There's one thing about the first day, and I think sometimes it's that parents are a little bit more nervous than the kids are walking into school. If there's one thing I could tell parents, it's not about having the fanciest things, it's about making sure your kids feel confident walking into the classroom. Parents are always concerned with making sure their kids have what they need, and if there's one thing that's gonna make a student feel confident and prepared and excited for back to school, it's having the right supplies. And Walmart makes it easy to check everything off of your list. We're gonna go one by one, and I'm gonna show you exactly what's on my school supply list. 2 primary journals, 2 boxes of crayons, a pair of over-the-ear headphones, Band-Aids, 3 giant glue sticks, a pair of scissors, thick and thin Expo markers, Ticonderoga jumbo pencils, pink pearl erasers, copy paper. And then of course there's still things that we need for the classroom that we need for a successful year. So I usually split it up between boys and girls. So boys will bring these items and girls will bring these items. When I saw these with the cutie little pencils, immediate yes. And then tissues always. And then Walmart has all of the Astro Brights. They have the bold, they have the neutrals, and they have the pastels, which are really popular. And then baby wipes. And this is for our hands, our faces. If we do like a snack or something, or if we're using paint, I always pull out the baby wipes. These are also really great for field trips. They're not for students using the bathroom, but these are really, really handy to have for first graders. Walmart has the essentials, but also things that you just want, like this cute little locker that can hold supplies. I am obsessed with it. You can shop everything to make this school year the best one yet at walmart.com and in the app with incredible prices and fast delivery. Also, hot find, Walmart sells backpacks, coordinating lunchboxes that are very cute, by the way, and they come with headphones. A steal, a steal. I grabbed a couple of them for students at my school. So there's this cutie. I have so many kids that come in obsessed with video games. Dinosaurs, of course. Now, this one doesn't come with headphones, but the Fortnite backpacks, if you want to be the cool mom, this is the way. And then last, this would probably be my pick. I love the pink, the gingham, the strawberries, comes with headphones. I have all of these linked below. And then of course, I always tell parents, label water bottles. Label them. You can grab these Owalas in the links below as well. These are actually my favorite ones for kids to bring to school. I love that they close, that they lock, and kids do not have a hard time getting them open, except when they're really strong dads twist them shut. And then in the middle of the day, I'm like, okay, I got this, I'm strong. And they're like, can you do it? yeah, Owalas are absolutely my pick for the kids because they also keep things super, super cold. So there's a bunch of different colors that I have linked for you guys down below as well. So thanks again, Walmart, for sponsoring that part of the video. So while I haven't been here physically in the classroom yet, I have been working a little bit on my computer. I did set up my class so I can connect with parents. And speaking of supplies, one thing I always do on our class messaging and in our stories is I will share out our supply list again, and I find that that's really helpful for parents because sometimes they get it but then they lose it. So when back to school shopping time rolls around, they usually always ask for it or they have to dig to find it. So I always make sure to send it out to them. I'm also doing home visits again this year. They are one of my favorite back to school traditions. So I sent out a message letting parents know about that, how it's completely optional. Let me know if you want a little prep video for those gifts that I do for my students at home visits. I made one last year, but I'm more than happy to revisit that because when it comes to gifting, I always love to do something different. I love to just switch it up and have fun. I'm a gift giver. It's what I love. So if you want to see a video on that, let me know. I got a lot of you guys wondering about when I would be back in the classroom and back setting up. And I think one thing that really worked out for me this summer is just taking it easy. Taking it easy. I came, you saw that big stack of papers. I printed a ton, but I haven't been back since. And I also have to keep in mind, I do have a student teacher this year who is willing to help with some of that at the beginning of the year. She told me at the end, she's like, I can't wait to help you set up for your classroom. So I'm gonna do most of the furniture and everything. Don't have a lot of energy right now, but all of the like preppy type things, I might have her help with some of that. What else has been on my mind? Well, first of all, I just miss you guys. I miss chatting with you. I have been doing a lot of chat with me on my Instagram stories, so it's been nice to kind of connect there. A lot of people have been asking me to start sharing meals and things like that, and also including them back into my vlogs. I used to do a lot of like school and home and take you home and like show you and make dinner and do all these things, but I did kind of reel back from that. However, I do think a lot of you guys enjoy those, so I would love to bring it back. I have been cooking in my Instagram stories. We've been making pizza, pasta, steak, and other delicious things. But when it comes for back to school, I really like to try, at least in my head, to kind of lock in a good plan. So I think about things like outfits, I think about lunches, I think about my goals for the year, professional, personal goals, all of that. And I just try to get ahead and stay on top of things because I am the most motivated, best version of myself when it comes to back to school. I don't know about you guys, but that's when I truly am just at my peak game. Also, something different this year is I'm starting the year, like I mentioned, with my student teacher. I've had student teachers, but they've always been in the spring semester, like for the end of the year. I've never started with a student teacher. Wrapping my brain around that is taking a second. So the vibes this year are just a little bit different because normally I do summer prep videos, but like I said, just relaxing this summer and not coming in has been totally fine with me because I know everything is gonna get done. And truthfully, guys, we have to talk. Normally, I prep a lot of things at the end of the school year, like April, May, when no one is ready to think about the next year. I'm prepping for it, but I didn't do that this year. I will say it was definitely killing me because I did not even know if I was gonna be able to start this school year. I didn't know if I would still be here. As most of you know, my husband, he's in the military. Things are so up in the air right now. We're gonna move. It's a lot we gotta talk about. And we've been in Vegas for quite a while. I think we're going on 5 years. And things right now are just kind of up in the air. I have no idea when I'll be leaving Vegas, but I do know that it'll be soon. And I've had conversations with my team, with my principal, even my student teacher, because I just don't know. And it's a really hard position to be in, especially because this is my favorite thing. Teaching is all I want to do. I was feeling very fragile at the end of last year, and I'm still feeling fragile this year, but I don't have any other updates for you guys. That's all I got. I am just trying to be very much in the moment with things this year. Okay, we're done talking about that. I love just getting to chat with you guys. Okay, I'm pulling up my list of things that I need to do. Obviously, we need to set up the room. I feel like this video is already gonna be too long, so we'll do that in the next one. I want to show you guys my grand master to-do list. I shared this in my videos last year, and this is something that I use at the end of the year, but it also rolls into the beginning of the year too. So this is the grand list. I'm gonna zoom you in. This was all of the stuff for last year. Obviously this is complete. Then I have this category. I don't know, I never know what I'm gonna get to when it comes to this, but these are things that are on my to-do list. And then as far as cleaning and organizing, again, most of this stuff I got done at the end of the school year because you kind of have to. I think this is done, I'll have to double check. And then I actually think these are done too. I might not have checked them off, but this is more so what I'm looking at for beginning of the year. So bee binders, folders, labels. I do have these printed. I have to print these. And then these are printed. So most of the stuff is halfway prepped, but it's not done. And then we have all of these things to do too. They're very quick things, I think, though. Like this, I've already printed what I need, just some back to school stuff. So this is everything that's kind of on my mind right now. But it just really helps to get it all down on a list, especially if you're a forgetter like me. I'm not a good rememberer. That's what my kids always say. It's stuck with me because I think it's so cute. But I'm just not. I'm not a good rememberer. I've got to write it down. Also, the video I'm filming also today, it's just gonna be in a separate video so they're not too long and things don't get too lost. I asked on Instagram, what did you feel most lost for when, you know, coming into your classroom or prepping your classroom, especially for the first time? So many people said layout, organization, storage, functional versus cute. So I'm going to be touching on all of those things in the very, very next video. I very much remember the feeling of coming in and being just so overwhelmed and not knowing where to start or what to do. So I do want to tell you guys, I am doing a completely new classroom theme for next year. I know a lot of you are like, what, Bailey? And I thought you said you were never gonna change your theme. I'm doing something completely different. So say goodbye to our rug, say goodbye to the colors on the wall. And you're gonna have to see what the theme for next year is gonna be in the next video. I will leave a little hint in the description box below. So again, make sure you go check it out. Also check out those links, support your girl. I'll see you in the next one where we will be doing more talking, but we will actually be moving furniture. I'm warmed up now, guys. I'm ready to go. Love you guys so much. If you're new here, make sure that you subscribe, leave a comment and say hi, and I'll see you in the next one.